Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to start a successful music blog and make money. So be sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell if this video or any other video on the channel helps you out. So this is exactly what we're going to do today, step by step. First, we are going to talk about what a music blog is. We are going to pick a niche because, as you know, within music, there are tons of different sub-niches. After that, we are going to niche down even further. We're going to pick a platform and get a domain name for free. I'll explain exactly what those are in just a moment. If you want to get started, you're going to click that first link in the description, but we'll elaborate more in just a moment. We are going to install WordPress and a WordPress theme. I'll explain exactly what that is in just a moment. Some important changes you absolutely have to make so that your blog can get discovered by Google, Yahoo, Bing, and DuckDuckGo. After that, we're going to just start writing, and I'm going to show you how and what and where and why so that you're comfortable and you're ready to go. After that, I'm going to show you how to monetize it, about how many blog posts you need to write, and why you should start sharing on social media in the beginning, and then make sure you click those links in the description so that you can get started fast. So first things first, what is a music blog? A music blog is simply just you're taking a section of the music niche, and there's country music, there's pianos, there's guitars, there's all sorts of stuff within the music niche, and you are simply going to write blog posts that answer a question and solve a problem. That's all that blogging is. You are taking your niche, which is music, and you are solving problems. Let's take a look at an example of a music niche. So I'm just going to exit out of here real quick. So if we look at pitchfork.com, this is an example of a music niche. Now, this is actually going to be a pretty large music website or blog. And so what we're going to do is we are just going to take a subsection to start so that we can start building traffic. If you take a look, they're writing on everything. They're talking about Nicki Minaj. They're talking about Aretha Franklin, which would be considered two different niches, one or two, depending on your thoughts and how they're addressing the issue. But you can see here they're writing on a variety of topics. And what we'll do is I'm actually going to recommend that you niche down. And what I mean by niching down is instead of just talking about these high level things, like they're talking about Kanye West, they're talking about Pitchfork Music Festival, take one subset of the market and talk about that subset at first. And the reason why you want to do that is so that you can start gaining traction and building a following, and then eventually you can niche up. And let me just illustrate this with a keyword research tool that I use to help me find keywords. It's Ahrefs. It's a paid tool. You don't have to use it, but this is just designed to help you or show you how competitive the niche is and how to niche down. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Keywords Explorer, and I'm simply going to type in music. Now, this is a very general term that can mean a lot. As you can see, it is super difficult. The keyword difficulty is a scale between 0 and 100, and 96 can't get much more difficult than that. But what we could do is we could niche down to, let's say, hip hop music. Now, this is going to still be pretty competitive, but it's less competitive, as you can see, than just talking about music. And if we go to matching terms, you're going to see people are asking a lot of questions and they're looking for answers for a lot of different things within hip hop music. Now, if we look at the keyword difficulty on this page, you're going to see everything from green to red. Green means it's pretty easy to rank for as a new website or blog. Yellow means a little bit more difficult. Orange or red means it's almost impossible. So as you can see, there is some opportunity. What we're looking at here, 64,000 monthly searches, 16,000 keywords. So there is some opportunity. Another thing that we could take a look at, for example, let's type in piano. So if we look at piano, we see that piano is super hard. And if you wanted to create content in piano, you're going to find some frustration. It's going to be hard for you. What we could do is let's go over to matching terms again, and let's include C#. So anytime someone is talking about C# and pianos, we want to target those people. As you can see, when I type in C#, there are 7,000 monthly searches, over 1,000 keywords, and the keyword difficulty is mostly really easy. As you can see, if you were looking to get started in a blog, this is the way to go. This is niching down. This is going to allow you to create content and build traction much faster, and you could eventually start niching up and talking about some of those other things. But if you want to do just 7,000 volume on 1,000 keywords, you could do that as well and start gaining some traction. So that's what I mean by, if we go back over here, that's what I mean by going over and picking a niche and niching down. The next step is we're going to pick a platform. In this case, we're going to use web hosting, and then get a domain name for free. Now, a domain name is how people are going to refer to your website. If we go back over to pitchfork.com, this is their domain name. When people talk about your site or they look for your site on the internet, they think of pitchfork.com. And let me go back over here. And for the platform, again, we're going to use web hosting. And basically what web hosting is you are renting a hard drive or server space from a third party so that your internet files can store there. You need to have a web hosting provider so people from around the world can access your website. So you're going to click the first link in the description to get that set up. In fact, the next 4 minutes, I'm going to show you how to set everything up fast so that you can get up and running. So right now, watch the next 4 minutes and then click the link in the description to get up and running. When you click that link, you'll be taken to this website where you'll go ahead and click Get Started. What I recommend is to click the first one on the far left, the basic plan, if you're just getting started with a website. As you can see, there are a number of options, but click that, click Select, and then move on. Here you're going to create a domain name. If you have one in mind, you can type it in here like you see that I do. What I recommend is try and find a domain name that's going to be related to your niche. Now, what I do is I type in a domain name that I know is already taken. When it's taken, you're going to get this error. What you can then do is go back and try different domains. Now, make sure, again, you want to pick one that's related to your niche. Click Next, and then you're going to see a green box that says that it's approved. The next step is simply to go through and enter in your contact information. Make sure that when you scroll down here, make sure that you leave all of the settings on. But again, enter in your contact information. The settings right here where it says domain privacy, leave all of this checked. If you don't leave it checked, you're going to get people reaching out to you, spamming you, emailing you, trying to get you to sign up for web hosting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign up and then jump back to you once I sign on and move to the next step. All right, so I've signed up and I'm going to go ahead and set up my website initially. Just create a simple username and password, make sure it meets the requirements there, and then move on. Make sure that you write it down too. Write it down in a safe spot so that you have it and you remember it, because it can be a pain to go ahead and get everything back. You're going to have to enter in like some vital information, but just make sure that you write it down. It's really easy and really simple. Now, one thing that I do want to note is that this part is not sped up at all. This is actual real time, and you can see that you'll go from absolutely nothing to a complete website in less than probably 10 minutes. And once you click submit, you're going to move on to the next step where you get to log in. Here is where you're actually going to start creating your WordPress website. Now, the great thing is Bluehost really does everything for you, and it's really simple. So again, I'm not speeding this up at all, and I want you to see what it really takes to create a website. Bluehost is going to do a little bit of work in the background for you, and we're just going to actually click on skip this step. This first one I clicked on start a blog, but for the next step, just click skip, because we know what we're doing, and I'm actually going to tell you what to do so that we can get up and running. Click get started right here on the left hand side, and then move on. Just click skip here and click skip here. And then just pick the first one in the far left. Make sure that you're picking a free theme, because they'll charge you. They have both free and premium themes, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So right now, it's actually creating your WordPress website. In just a few moments, you're going to click on log in to WordPress on the right hand side there. You'll see it in just a second. And then we can actually start looking at some basic configurations. All right, so we click log in, and now we actually have a WordPress website. What may need to happen is you may need to click refresh a few times to get it to work, but now we have our website, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to log in and delete a few plugins, because right now it has the coming soon. And so if someone tried to get to your website at this moment, it's going to say coming soon to them, even though we can see it. This is what your WordPress website looks like, but for everyone else outside of your network, it's going to say coming soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to plugins eventually, and we're going to delete some of the plugins that we don't need. Now, I talk a little bit about plugins later on, but plugins add additional features and functionality. We are going to deactivate the Bluehost as well as the other plugins that are already activated, and then we can go through and make the necessary changes, which I'll cover in just a moment. So we're going to deactivate them and then delete them. Now you want to make sure that you only have the plugins that you're using on your website. The more plugins you have, the slower your website's going to respond and function, and you're going to lose out on ranking. So make sure you have a lean setup, very few plugins, and then move on. As you can see right now, I'm just simply deleting some stuff that you don't need. If you want to, you could keep them, but obviously if you're just getting started, you don't need this other stuff. What's more important is the themes that we're going to talk about in just a moment, as well as getting writing. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete those, deactivate them, and then we're actually going to start moving on to settings, which you see right here. All right, so at this point, you should have WordPress installed and you should have a basic theme. Now, what we're going to do now is we are going to install a premium WordPress theme. Now, the reason why you want a premium WordPress theme is simply so that you get additional features and functionality. If we look at pitchfork.com, this is a WordPress theme. A theme changes the website's look and feel, and then you can also get plugins. That's a different story for a different day, but plugins add additional functionality. So if we look at this, this is probably a plugin, the way that this looks. The way that this is orange, that's probably a plugin. But overall, you want your website to look and feel more custom. The website theme that was added when we first got started looks very basic, very plain, and you probably want to go with something a little bit more custom. Now, you don't have to in the very beginning if you're strapped for cash, but I recommend that you do. Go over to themeforce.net and you can find hundreds, if not thousands, of different themes. What you can do is simply type in music there, hit enter, and you're going to find a bunch of WordPress themes that you can buy, download, and install right into your website. So what you want to do, I just typed in music, and you're going to find a theme that you like. The cool thing is you can open these up and look at different templates and get a feel for it if you like it. And what you're going to do if you like it, for example, you're going to add it to the cart right here. You're going to go check out, and then you're going to buy it. When you buy it, you're going to download a zip drive. And then once you get that zip drive on your computer, you're going to unpack that zip drive. When you unpack that zip drive, you're going to have another zip drive. So a zip within a zip. And what you're going to do is you're going to go over to your website and you are going to install a WordPress theme. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. All right, so this is the back office of my WordPress website. Yours should look similar. It might have fewer menu items, but it looks basically the same. What we're going to do is we're going to go over to Appearance. We're going to go to Themes. We're going to click on Add New. And then after that, we are going to click on Upload Theme. You can either drag and drop the theme you just unzipped here, or you can click on Choose File. You are going to install it and then activate it, and it's going to change the way your website looks. And then you can move on to the next step, which is starting to write. Now, when you want to write, you're going to click on Post. And before I actually showed you that you needed to change your website to post name, and I'm going to show you why that's important right now. Now, if we go back over to pitchfork.com, we are going to let's click on this one, Nicki Minaj. If we look up here, you can see the title of this blog post is Nicki Minaj and husband Kenny Petty facing lawsuit. That is the title of their blog post as well. This is exactly what we want because people are going to the internet and they're typing in this exact sentence and phrase, and we want to, and I apologize for the words that came up there. What we want to do is we want to create our content so that it's discoverable via Google search and Yahoo and DuckDuckGo. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go back over to our keywords. We are going to highlight this because this is going to be our post title. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back over to my website. I'm going to click on Add New to add a new post. And I'm going to paste this in. So we're going to paste this in just like this. And we're going to capitalize this. And then we can start writing. Now what will happen is when we post this, this is actually going to show up at the end of our website. So it would be webhostingrewind.com/C#M piano chord. And what we're going to do is we're simply just going to write to answer the question. And the biggest questions that I always get is, what should I write and how long should I write it? And the length of your blog post really depends on what the question is. If you can answer the question in 1,000 words, your blog post should only be 1,000 words. Oftentimes, the blog post may be a little bit longer, a little bit shorter. Your blog post should only be as long as it needs to be. Also look at the competition. What is your competition doing? What are they writing? How long? Whoops, what's happening there? How long are their blog posts? What helps me write and to help me with the brainstorming session is I simply just will do who, what, when, where, why, and how. And I'll take 10 minutes before I start writing my blog post, and I'll just go through and I'll answer these questions. Like, who has the problem? What type of questions do they have about C#? How do I help them solve the problem? If you can go through and answer these questions, it'll make your life much easier. And then you can actually turn these who, what, when, where, why, how into subheadings of your post. And so, for example, if we could say, maybe we have a question at how to learn C#M faster. Maybe that's a question that you discovered people are asking. We're going to turn this into a subheading, just like this, H2, and then we're going to answer the question in the following paragraphs. And that's going to help us, it's going to help us rank, it's going to help solve the customer's problem. Once you have answered the blog post, you are simply going to click publish and it's going to go live. So let's jump back over to our slide deck here real quick. We made the changes, we started writing. Now the next step is simply to figure out different ways to make money. And there are a ton of ways to make money with your website. The first and probably easiest way is simply with running paid ads. Now, if we scroll down here on the right-hand side, these are paid ads or were paid ads. This is a paid ad at the top. If I go back over here, you can see there are a few paid ads on a few different places on this site. Now, you can get started with Google AdSense. This is an ad right here. Google AdSense is an ad network that is managed by Google. I'm going to go to Google AdSense right here. And you can add this on your website almost immediately. Now, the problem with Google AdSense is they're going to pay you pennies on the dollar, like half a penny on a dollar. And so if you're looking to just make some money, you can throw this on your site and they'll do all the configuration for you automatically. Eventually, once your website starts to get bigger, like 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 page views per month, you are going to want to upgrade your ad company. For example, you can use media.net, you can use AdThrive, you can use Ezoic. These are all going to pay you a little bit more, but they're more premium services as well. So you can make money with Google AdSense. Another thing that you can do is you can make money with affiliate marketing. Now, affiliate marketing is simply recommending or selling other people's products and services. Now, the cool thing with affiliate marketing is there are tons of options. You could be an affiliate for Guitar Center. What you'd want to do is you can just type in like Guitar Center affiliate program, and you can recommend guitars, pianos, all sorts of stuff. Another thing you can do is you can be an affiliate for Music Sheets. If you look at this website, I think it's musicnotes.net. Let's get this word spelled right. Music Sheets affiliate program. And you're going to see sheetmusicplus.com. They actually have an affiliate program. So if you are creating content for the piano niche and you want to maybe promote different music sheets, there's an opportunity for you as well. So you can put ads on your website, you can do affiliate marketing. I actually have a course in the description, I think it's the third link, that'll take you to a free affiliate marketing course that you can learn step-by-step all about affiliate marketing. You can also sell your physical and digital products. Maybe you make harmonicas, you could sell those. Maybe you have a special blueprint to teach people how to go from zero to expert in the piano. If maybe you have a training course, you can do that as well. There are a number of ways to make money. So the next step is to share on social media. And basically why you want to share on social media is Google, Yahoo, Bing, DuckDuckGo, they're not going to know of your website right away. And so to help force the issue, to help get your website seen by people faster, is you want to share it on relevant Reddit groups, subreddits, Facebook groups. You can even start your own Facebook group. If you have a YouTube channel, you can share it there. There are a number of places that you can share it. Twitter, Instagram. There's a number of places that you can share it. And you want to make sure that you're sharing it in the beginning so that it can help it grow faster. If you just wait on Google, it can take too long. After that, about how many blog posts should you write? In my opinion, you should write at least 50 blog posts to determine if your website was a success or failure. The reason why 50 is a good number is it gives Google and the other search engines a lot of data to see how your website compares to other people. Now, it's very important that in the very beginning that you should not don't expect the world. Expect a trickle. And if you keep adding on to that trickle by adding on blog posts, it will eventually turn into a stream and then a raging river. So it's very important that you give yourself 50 blog posts. So write every day for 50 days or write every other day for 100 days, and then you can determine your results. Now, we have covered just about everything that you need. Make sure that you click the first link in the description to get web hosting and the free domain name. The second link in the description is going to get you that premium WordPress theme. The third link in the description is going to help you with affiliate marketing, teach you affiliate marketing step by step. So if this video helped you out, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so that you're notified when I upload another video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.